Imagine biting into a McDonald's burger, that familiar taste of fast food comfort washing over you. But beneath that golden bun lies a much darker story. A story of greed, exploitation, and destruction. The golden arches, a symbol synonymous with happiness, family, and convenience, also casts a long shadow over the global landscape. What if the McDonald's you know isn't just a fast food giant, but a corporation with its roots deep in sinister practices that the world would rather not see? What if McDonald's, with its iconic Happy Meals and Ronald McDonald mascot, isn't as happy as it seems? Let's take a deep dive into the world behind those smiling faces on your favorite drive-through billboards. First, let's talk about how McDonald's rose to power. The company, originally a modest burger joint, skyrocketed into global dominance in a way that can only be described as ruthless. Its rapid expansion came at the expense of smaller, independent businesses. With a McDonald's on every corner, countless mom-and-pop restaurants and small diners were crushed under the weight of this corporate behemoth. McDonald's monopolized not just the fast food market, but entire communities. What was once the local diner culture, a place where people gathered and connected, has been replaced by uniformity and speed. It's not just about selling burgers, it's about creating dependency. But the real sinister side of McDonald's lurks behind the scenes, in their supply chain. Take a moment to consider where those billions of burgers come from. McDonald's is one of the biggest buyers of beef globally, and to meet its insatiable demand, entire ecosystems have been destroyed. Vast swaths of rainforests, particularly in places like Brazil, have been cleared to make way for cattle farming. These rainforests, crucial to the Earth's balance, are disappearing at an alarming rate, all to provide cheap beef to sustain McDonald's massive menu. And what about the cattle? Packed into feedlots, many of these animals endure harsh, inhumane conditions before they are slaughtered. McDonald's reliance on industrial farming doesn't just harm the environment. It exploits the animals and the people working within these unsustainable farming systems. Then there's the matter of health. McDonald's has long marketed itself as a family-friendly establishment where children can play and enjoy their Happy Meals. But underneath that smiley-faced exterior lies a dangerous reality. McDonald's food, high in fats, sugars, and salt, has been one of the leading contributors to the global obesity crisis. The company has been accused of deliberately marketing unhealthy food to children, using colorful characters like Ronald McDonald and toys in Happy Meals to attract their attention. In many ways, McDonald's isn't just selling food, it's selling an unhealthy lifestyle, one that's been linked to a rise in heart disease, diabetes, and other preventable conditions. And if that wasn't enough, McDonald's has a long history of poor labor practices. The company has been at the center of numerous controversies regarding the treatment of its workers. From low wages that force employees to rely on government assistance to unsafe working conditions in its kitchens, McDonald's has been criticized for exploiting its workforce. And while the executives at the top of McDonald's corporate chain rake in millions, the average employee struggles to make ends meet, often working long hours for minimal pay. Protests for better wages and worker rights have been met with resistance from the corporation, which would rather protect its profits than the people behind the counter. But perhaps one of the most striking examples of McDonald's manipulative business practices is their global marketing strategy. The company has an almost Orwellian grip on public perception, using sleek advertisements and strategic sponsorships to shape how people think about food. Whether it's plastering their logo on sporting events, sponsoring children's charities, or tapping into cultural moments, McDonald's is omnipresent, and its brand is designed to evoke feelings of warmth and trust. But this trust is misplaced. The billions of dollars McDonald's pours into advertising work to distract from the truth about the company. that it prioritizes profits over people, the environment, and public health. Consider the workers in other parts of the world, like Asia and Latin America, where McDonald's continues to expand. Local diets are shifting to accommodate this fast food invasion. Traditional foods are being sidelined in favor of a cheap, convenient alternative that offers little nutritional value. McDonald's isn't just selling burgers, it's influencing entire food cultures, and not for the better. This aggressive expansion comes at a high cost. Developing countries, which once had rich culinary traditions, are now dealing with the rise of fast food chains like McDonald's, and with them, an increase in health problems associated with processed foods. And let's not forget the role McDonald's plays in the global economic imbalance. While McDonald's executives and shareholders reap enormous profits, much of the production and labor occurs in regions where workers are paid next to nothing. The imbalance of wealth is stark, as the brand profits off the exploitation of developing nations and vulnerable workers. Meanwhile, the company evades accountability, continuing to claim it is providing valuable jobs and food options to the world. When you next see those golden arches gleaming brightly in the night, think about the trail of devastation behind them, the lives disrupted, the ecosystems destroyed, the exploitation of workers, and the manipulation of consumers. McDonald's has become the symbol of corporate greed, disguised as convenience, happiness, and childhood memories. But when you pull back the curtain, it's clear that the real McDonald's is far from the image it projects. So, the next time you're tempted by a Big Mac or a Happy Meal, remember this: McDonald's might sell you happiness in the form of a burger and fries, but it comes at a price far higher than what you see on the menu. The real cost: the health of our planet, our bodies, and our communities.